have a couple. I have a Danny Johnson, and well, don't I have her on here? Oh, she's Stasha Carter. Do you go by Johnson also?
Okay, so I'm here for Danny Johnson.
Oh, are you the attorney?
I'm a representative for him.
What does that
And
mean?
that means I'm his wife, and we sent
Okay, are you an
documentation.
attorney?
She has power of attorney. That's kind of like the same thing, right? Hey there, welcome back to Wrangler's Roughnecks, and today we're going to have a look at Judge Webster's court. Now, she is a nice lady and when you behave. However, when you do stupid shit in her courtroom, she is going to call you on it, just like this. Enjoy, guys. Thank you to all of our subscribers and to all of our channel members, our Roughnecks. Thank you all for giving me the opportunity to do this. Enjoy.
I'm an attorney, in fact.
You're not an attorney at law?
No.
Okay. So when you say
So
you're an
Mr.
attorney, in fact, you're not an attorney, but you're here on his behalf as a citizen. Is that
No,
right?
I'm not a citizen. I'm not a citizen. But let me state for the record, Mr. Johnson is under doctor's care. He's in recovery. We sent the documentation over to the courts to show that, to show proof of that. We also reserve our rights to any and all reproduction of or distributing of videos on social media platform. And we request the matter to be rescheduled at a later time when he can get through his recovery period.
All rights reserved, huh? All right. Maybe you should look up the Fair Use Act.
All right. Mr. Johnson failed to appear at his first appearance, February 27, 2024. August 13th, 2024, he appeared. We took formal first appearance. He entered a not guilty plea. Actually, he objected, I think, to just about everything that we did. He was argumentative, disrespectful, interfered with court proceedings. I believe he was.
Your Honor. I think he was
Stop. You don't have any standing here today, Miss Carter, because you're not his lawyer. You're not him.
I'm not Miss Carter. I'm not Miss Carter.
Then why does your screen say Sasha Carter?
That's what it says, but I'm not Miss Carter. And it says,
Who are you? Who are you? Before I disconnect you from these proceedings, because you don't have standing to be here. What's your name?
Well, again, Mr. Johnson is under doctor's care.
Do you want to tell me your name?
He's here. I've already gave you my name, ma'am. I'm his wife.
Then say it again, because I must have missed it. What's your name?
Miss Johnson.
What's your first name?
Nicole.
How do you spell that, please?
Nicole.
Nicole Johnson. And you said you're his wife. Is that correct?
That's correct.
You're his legal wife. Okay.
Yeah, they jumped over a broom and everything.
Now, if you'll let me continue, and if you won't, then we'll have to remove you from the proceedings. On August 13th, 2024, he became, as I said, argumentative, disrespectful, and interfered with the court proceedings. I found him in contempt. He was arrested, and he was to serve 24 hours in jail. And then, as I recall, the military put a hold on him, and because of whatever reasons, he served more than 24 hours. But he was told to be back here September 27. And on September 27th, there was an issue that he either was or was not receiving medical service, and he wanted a continuance, and we ultimately continued it to today. Now, that's been a month ago. And you say he's still under doctor's care and can't be here today, or is that, what were you trying to explain there?
What I was expressing, ma'am, is that he was in surgery on the day of the court date. He had
30 days ago, surgery. He was in surgery. Okay.
Correct. The doctor put him under doctor's orders to stay on bed rest.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about a Zoom appearance that one can appear while in the bed.
And that's where he's currently residing at, on bed rest. And we sent in the documentation to the courts and the doctor. The doctor notified the courts that he's not to appear because he can't travel and he can't fly due to his surgery.
I'll believe that when my ship turns purple and smells like rainbow sherbet.
And we've made it clear to him that he can appear by Zoom. So I'm going to issue a bench warrant, bond forfeiture.
Hold on one second, ma'am, because he is here. He can hear you, but it's
put him on here.
Oh, he's on here, but he's in a recovery bed, ma'am, and it's a violation of his rights, his HIPAA rights, to be shown and be broadcasted all across social media as far as
bench warrant, bond forfeiture, no bond, hold.
I can't believe that I'm actually having to say this, but being in your bed in your home, yeah, going on a Zoom court appearance in no way violates anything out of HIPAA.
Ms. Webster.
Oh, now do you want to be on here, sir?
Well, I'm first of all,
are you voluntarily appearing, Mr. Johnson?
No, under duress.
I'm not
okay, I'm not duressing you at all. You don't have to be here.
Can I speak, please? I just want to let you know I'm on a series of medication that alter my I'm on a medication that I'm supposed to be on bed rest from my procedures for the next 8 weeks and for the following 8 weeks, and then I'm supposed to start my recovery. But I have reached out to the courts. I have had the hospital reach out to the courts in reference to my procedure and my process. I have requested a continuation. I have also sent in letters to request evidence from the case to continue the case prior to these procedures that I have not got a response back. So
certified mail.
Well, the court doesn't normally respond to letters written to them in crayon.
Mail.
I sent it out registered mail that the courts received, I think, on the 23rd, in requesting evidence of the case to continue prior to my surgery, but having the surgery
it's an unforeseen circumstance.
Ma'am, I want you out of the case now. You're not his lawyer. He's talking. He's representing himself. You're out.
The creator made me his wife, and
I will find you in contempt of court.
Ma'am,
stop talking, Miss Johnson.
Okay.
Now, both of you stop for just a moment. Miss Gillette, you haven't had a chance to say anything on this. Do you wish to be heard?
Because you're acting like the attorney.
I'm acting like the court, and you owe me $50, ma'am, for contempt. And if you have another outburst, it's going to go up, and it will be enforced. $50 direct contempt by Nicole Johnson for her interruption of the proceedings. Ms. Gillette, do you wish to be heard?
In this matter, there have been lots of issues with Mr. Johnson. There is a letter here. I don't know if it came directly to my office or through the court. It's through the court because it was filed in the court file of
all right, so when you say through the court, you mean it went to the clerk?
It went to the clerk and was file stamped.
It may or may not have made its way to my office, but if it has, I haven't seen it. For the record, go ahead, please.
There is a note from September 25th, 24. His other hearing would have been the 27th. Asking he be excused. We've had lots of issues with Mr. Johnson in the past. I am taking into consideration that he has provided a doctor's note and information about that visit.
That was the last hearing. What do you have, if anything, for today from the doctor?
That was received. It was file stamped 9/27. I don't know if he's recovering or not. I can't tell you anything about that. So if he is on medication, Judge, I don't want to have anything substantive unless he's not taking pain meds. So I would move it over to November for him to be here, present, and he needs to understand that attorneys can speak for individuals, but not family members unless there's some
You
sort of.
you won't be released in November, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Oh, the fake attorney speaking again. I wonder how that's going to go over with Judge Webster.
Miss-
So-
$100 fine or for contempt against Miss Johnson.
Miss,
Okay, now,
the
Mr.
court.
Carter, you may speak. Yes, sir. Now, if you're
Ma'am, do you even know who you're talking to, ma'am? Because you're calling all these names. Which name? Who are you speaking to?
you told me your name was Nicole Johnson. I'm speaking.
Correct. So
to you.
you calling Carter, and I expressed to you that nobody's here is Carter.
Well, don't have to put Carter on your screen if you're not Carter.
Ma'am, we made the point to be here in court today, ma'am.
You
And that's under the
talking.
unforeseen circumstance. He's still
All
here.
right, I'm going to end this. This court is over. Bench warrant. If you don't stop and get out of it. If you don't want this bench warrant, you be out of this conversation and let me communicate with the defendant.
Shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Ma'am,
Obviously, Mr. Carter doesn't have any control.
anything.
Okay, Mr. Carter, I'm going to have to end this court because the woman won't shut up. And I'm going to have to leave a bench warrant. If you can get her to shut up and stay out of the conversation, you and I, sir, can have a hearing. Now, how much time do you need this continued, Mr. Carter?
The doctor can send over the information.
I would request.
Mr. Johnson, I'm sorry, Missy, can you get that Carter out of there?
Hey, I'm trying to explain to you. The doctor told me it's going to be 3 to 6 months for my recovery.
3 to 6 months for your
I
recovery.
had a T10, T11 procedure. So it's a middle back procedure. Like I said, I haven't even started physical therapy yet.
Do you have an attorney, or would you be willing to take a court-appointed attorney?
As far as the attorney, all I would coming to do is, because I'm on medication, I don't want the court hold anything against me that I may say due to the type of medication I'm on. And two is the fact that I am requesting a continuation. I know y'all saying I've been whatever, but at the end of the day, I'm requesting a continuation at least to December, late December or January.
All right, we're going to set this over for trial. It'll be for bench trial. And what the doctor told you you'd be in recovery for how long?
3 to 6 months for
Okay, so
recovery.
this is October, November. Is that month that is really challenging?
Yeah, but we do have January 31st at 11 available.
All right, January 30th first will be your bench trial. Now, did I understand that someone did receive something from his doctor today or recently? Ms. Gillette, you were talking about something from a month ago.
What time?
Yes, it was filed September 27th. It said he had surgery.
Yeah,
And it was an
that we
excuse for the
continued
27th.
that hearing based on that letter. We continued it to today. But has anybody seen anything more recently?
No.
I think the wife was reading something that said he couldn't travel, but I don't think it said anything about appearing by Zoom. I think it just said he couldn't travel or appear in that fashion. But that's what we need to make sure come January, that the doctor understands this can all be done by Zoom. And again, Mr. Johnson, would you consider appointment of an attorney to represent you?
Not at this moment, Your Honor. Like I said, I'm on medication.
Are you English or retarded?
Yes, and because you are not capable of adequately representing yourself because of said medication, because of physical recovery. That's what the lawyer would do for you.
Well, an attorney could sure help you navigate through this court system. I understand you wanted to represent yourself, but the attorney could sure help you.
I don't need an attorney at this moment.
All right, we'll document that for the record, Miss Gillette, in the journal entry that he still does not want an attorney.
Yeah, his wife's doing a good enough job getting him in trouble on her own.
I won't issue the bench warrant. Nicole Johnson does owe me $100, or she owes the court $100. I'm going to give her 10 days to pay that. If she doesn't pay it, then she's going to face more contempt. That payment needs to be paid, Miss Johnson, to the clerk of the district court, and that is in Eureka, Kansas, at 311 North Main. And make sure you put on there contempt for case number GW 2024 TR22. And put on there that it's for payment for direct contempt of Nicole Johnson for continued, well, you won't have to put on there other than for contempt. But I do want the rest of it put in the journal entry, Miss Gillette.
Well, if somebody tries to defend themselves as contempt or exercise their rights, it's contempt.
Ma'am, you don't have any rights in this hearing today.
I do. I'm not a citizen, ma'am.
I don't care what you consider yourself. You do not have any right to come into any court of law and start interrupting and delaying the procedures and absolutely deliberately and intentionally disobeying what the court instructs you.
Ma'am, I called the county attorney yesterday. I called the clerk yesterday.
I am going to tell you to stop talking one more time before I
know, because you don't want me to express my rights.
This is not your hearing. This is not about you. I really have to send the sheriff to whatever state you're in.
You have not given no lawful consideration to this matter,
Mr. Johnson.
The doctor's care.
That's completely irrelevant for the simple fact that you are not an attorney. You are not his attorney. You are not allowed by law to speak on his behalf in that court. It doesn't matter if you're a citizen or not. Trust me, plenty of non-citizens every day get punished in a court of law. Pitiful.
He has provided all the documentation to show that he's under the doctor's care, ma'am, and you have not given no consideration to that.
You are so fortunate.
Yes, she has. She has continued his bench trial for another 3.5, 4 months from now. It seems to me that the judge is going above and beyond to give consideration to the medical issues of your moron husband.
That you're not here in person, or you'd be locked up right now.
Yeah, I am fortunate.
And Mr. Johnson will be locked up if he is not here in person. Mr. Johnson is ordered to appear in person for bench trial January 31st at 11 a.m. Ms. Carter.
Yeah, because you want to retaliate against him, don't you?
Ms. Carter now owes $200 in fines, and I'm disconnecting this call so I don't have to send the Greenwood County Sheriff to whatever state she's in to get her picked up and locked up for contempt. Is adjourned.
Did she really start taunting Judge Webster with ha ha ha? Honey, get off the pipe.
Ma'am, every time somebody expresses their lawful rights to defend themselves, you hold them in contempt. Why is that? You are a judge. You are compelled to provide protection for we the people. You acting as an attorney, giving advice to people, bringing people down, and he's in a situation to where he's under doctor's orders. It's a shame that you still wanted him to present himself under the doctor's orders of bed rest and medication before the court.
Put the camera on yourself when you talk to me, Ms. Carter,
and you
or
can
Ms.
put it out across social media, and you can talk down on them, and you can make money off of it because you go and you spread it, and then you get up all these views.
Put the camera on yourself if you want to tell me off, Miss Johnson.
I can put the camera where I want to. That's my legal right, ma'am.
Oh, well, could you tell us what amendment that is? Can you tell us what, can you provide a statute for what you just claimed, Mrs. Johnson?
You are to appear. I will send the orders for you to appear personally because you're going to serve some time for this disrespect. Miss Johnson.
It's disrespect with what you having him do
Missy,
on camera under the
disconnect her.
circumstance.
This court hearing is adjourned.
Yeah, disconnect yourself because you're unlocked.
Bye, Felicia.
All right, boys and girls, that's the end of that one. I bet, I'm betting that when Mrs. Johnson is standing handcuffed in front of Judge Webster, I'm guessing that she's going to have some get right. Anyway, guys, it's Wrangler. I'm out of here. I love y'all. Have a good one.